morning, everybody. Welcome to the kitchen. Today we're going to make capitalist brownies. We're doing 1984, so the capitalists. We're going to make this extra rich. So originally, our recipe was 4 ounces of unsweetened chocolate, 4 ounces unsalted butter, 4 eggs, 2 cups of sugar, or 15 ounces, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, or 4.25 ounces, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And last year I added 3 ounces of mini morsels. And the mini morsels, after they bake in the oven for that long, they really kind of just disappear. They melt away and you really can't tell them. So I think this time I'm going to try the regular size morsels. So today we're going to do regular morsels. Now also, this is for a 9x9 baking pan. And I want to do a half sheet pan. So I think all I need to do is double the recipe in order to have enough for a half sheet pan. They'll be a bit thin, they won't be as thick, but I think that's okay. So what we're gonna do, this is an experiment. We're testing this recipe, so that's what we can do. So if I'm gonna double the recipe, that would mean we're gonna multiply by 2. Okay, we're gonna times everything by 2. So then 4 ounces of unsweetened chocolate would become 8 ounces, and 4 ounces of unsalted butter, also 2 times 4 would be 8 ounces of butter. 4 eggs would be 8 eggs. 15 ounces or 2 cups of sugar would become 4 cups of sugar, or 30 ounces. And since we scale everything, I'm using that amount. 1 cup of flour would be 2 cups, or 2 times 4.25 equals, try to figure it out. 4 times 2 is 8. A quarter doubled would be 0.5. Okay, 1/2, 0.5. So 8.5 ounces of flour and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then the 3 ounces of mini morsels, I think that it was not enough as well. So I want to make that, I guess it would be 4 ounces, so doubled would be 8 ounces of regular semi-sweet morsels. 8 ounces semi-sweet morsels. All right, so first thing we need to do, in a small saucepan over medium heat, melt the butter and the chocolate and stir with a spatula. So I've got our eggs, our butter, our unsweetened chocolate, which you can get in the grocery store. It comes in bars like this, and this is a 4-ounce package. So we'll need 2 of these. Here's our vanilla, our sugar, and our flour. Now, our regular flour canister and sugar canister are practically empty, so I've got to fill those up with the new ones, and then I'll start getting everything mise en place, and we'll take it from there. Our scale is at 0. We have our bowl, and here is our flour. We're going to try to empty this out, and then we can refill it. So we need 8.5 ounces of flour. Great. It's just a little tiny extra. There we go. Yay. All right, I'll set that aside, and then we need to do 30 ounces of sugar. So we're gonna put the next bowl on, and again, press tear to get it back to 0, so it's at 0. And now we're gonna weigh out our sugar, and that I definitely need to open the new bag for, so I'll weigh that out. This is a lot of sugar. All right, so anyhow, well, brownies aren't very healthy, but eat them in moderation, and so realize there's a lot of sugar in this recipe. All right, so we're gonna weigh now. The reason why also it has so much sugar is because this is unsweetened chocolate. So we need a lot, but I think that I want to try to cut down a little bit of the sugar. So I'm going to make this 28 ounces of sugar. So the original would be 14 ounces of sugar. That's not a lot of a cut, but I think anytime I'm making anything, I want to cut out a little bit of the sugar. I had gestational diabetes when I was pregnant, and I always want to make sure I'm not getting way too much sugar because there's a high propensity of diabetes coming back. So I do try to cut out the excess sugar in a lot of my recipes. If it's not necessary, it doesn't change the taste, still chemically works, then great, let's get rid of it. So I'm just cutting out 2 ounces of sugar, and I think it'll be fine. So, but we're testing it, we'll see. There we go, 28 ounces. Okay, so we've got our flour measured, our sugar, our eggs already cracked, ready to go. And the first step, in a small saucepan over medium heat, melt the butter and chocolate. So here's our butter and chocolate. I've already got our saucepan over here. And, oh, there's water in there, so sorry. I'm gonna dry that out. I'll be right back. We have the chocolate and the butter in the pan, and just so you know, you don't want to just put the whole entire thing in, but you also don't want to waste time cutting it up. I just smack it on the counter to break it up. Don't smack it too hard, it will fly everywhere. But you see, it's been broken up, and that's all you need to do. So I'm going to add this. We're going to get it on low heat. You don't want to burn it. You do want to melt it, but you don't want to burn it. So this, take your time, have it on a low heat so it'll melt evenly and not burn. And you can't just walk away though, you do need to keep an eye on it. And so that way nothing will burn. You want to stir it every so often, okay? So I've got our spatula ready here, and then I can start stirring. While this is melting, it's already melting quite a bit. I might turn it down a bit more. You don't want it melting too fast. Because you got to keep an eye on both things. You're going to keep stirring this, and while you're stirring this, every so often, you're going to come over here and you're going to start getting this stuff ready. So here are 8 eggs. We're going to pour them in our mixing bowl, and we want to add to it all of our sugar. So we're going to add all of this, and we will whisk it in together. Always clean as you go as best you can. And break up your yolks and just start whisking those 2 together. Once that's completely whisked in, we are going to add in our flour. Okay, so I whisked the eggs and the sugar, and now we're going to add in our flour. We're going to whisk that in, get that together, combined, and then we're going to add in our vanilla. Now, the McCormick vanilla was all out at the grocery store at Key Food. So this is the Badita vanilla Dominican style. So it should be nice to try something new. Now, of course, I would much rather prefer pure vanilla. Unfortunately, it's cost prohibitive right now. So this is imitation vanilla. It's okay. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of that to this, and it should be interesting to, see the taste difference between the McCormick and the Dominican style vanilla.